So my first topic is gross domestic product. Okay, this is GDP. What is GDP? India recorded real GDP growth, that is 7.8%, period of June and April 2023. Real and nominal GDP, the MOSPI, Ministry of Program is Statistical, that is calculates the GVA, and at constant price, the constant price is 2011 and 12, and real GDP and current GDP. Current is known as the nominal GDP, and constant, which is known as the real GDP. Okay, GDP deflector is the ratio between nominal and the real. The ratio between nominal and real, that is known as the GDP deflector. Deflector. Okay, and the reveals the increase in GDP that has happened on account higher price rather than an increase in output. Okay, so the GDP calculation is production approach. It is value added in each stage. So in each stage there is a value added, and that is known as the production. Income approach, that is measures the total income earned by the factor production. So total income. Expenditure approach, it just measures the total expenditure incurred goods and services. Variation in the data collection processing, there is often gaps between the approaches. Okay, so the GDP calculation, and in this GDP there is a calculation changes that is introduced in the 2014 and 15. So Central Statistical Office, which has introduced a new series of national account statistics, and base year for this is 2011 and 12. Before that it was 2004 and 5. Okay, and the base year is revised periodically as a structural changes and true picture of the economy. This new series incorporates the latest recommendation of system national accounts, and that is guideline of the national accounts. Now next one is challenges with the current GDP. First is outdated data. Second is accounting and unorganized sectors are very more. Exclusion of productive work, like household work is not included in this. Does not take into account externalities like crime, pollution, inequality. Does not measure aspect like environment protection. GDP also include the socially negative activities like generates economical output. So the money spent on the repair work after the train crashes counted in GDP. So that is, if there is a train crash, so that money will be calculated. Non-inclusion of social aspect. What is social aspect? Like health and education, that is also not included in this. Okay, and now next is national multidimensional poverty index. So this index was came in 2005 and 06, and the paper uses the national Niti Aayog. So Niti Aayog is the basically which released this discussion paper on the multidimensional poverty index, and steep decline of the poverty headcount ratio, that was to 29% in 2013, and presently it is 11% only. Okay, 11%, 11.23%. So 24 crore Indian escaped the multidimensional poverty, and intensity of poverty is also declining, but pace of the decline of poverty headcount ratio was the faster. And now it was comparing with 2005 to 2015, and Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Rajasthan saw the fastest reduction. So fastest reduction in the Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha and Rajasthan, and 12 indicators are statistically significant for the reduction. Cooking fuel, housing have highest deprivation level, and child adolescent mortality, electricity and the bank account as the lowest deprivation. India is on track and to achieve the sustainable development goal target 1.2, reducing the multidimensional poverty. It is 2030, and now we are going to reduce the multidimensional poverty, and that was a target 1.2. Okay, so first is national MPI was released in 2021, national for family health survey 4, and under the government global indices are from the GIRG is a reform and the growth initiative, which is from the Niti Aayog, and GIRG monitors the India's performance of various important social economical parameters. Methodologically use the computing of India's national MPI, and that is Alkire Foster methodology. It is Alkire Foster methodology, Foster and methodology, that is important to develop about the breadth of the incidence and intensity of the poverty. overlapping or the simultaneous deprivation that a person household experiences. According to this, individual is considered as a poor based on dual cut-off counting method, and there's a dual cut-off counting method in that identify the poors or not poor based on the dual cut-off counting method. So this is Alkire Foster methodology. After this, according to this, consider the MPI if there is a deprivation of the score equal acid in the poverty cutoff 33%. Head count ratio is the how many poors are there. So head count ratio like multidimensional poverty is the population arrived deriving the number of the multidimensionally poor. So average population of deprivation is multidimensionally poor to compute with the weightage of the deprivation, and MPI is the multiplying head count ratio intensity of the poverty and reflecting the share of the poors in the. Now next was health. Health like nutrition is 1/6%. So single member of the household is identified as undernourished, and body mass index is also important for this. And currently it's 18.5 or below for body mass index kg per meter square. Any children between 0 to 59 month is found to be the undernourished. That is also counted in this. And any child adolescent under 18 year of the age has died, that is also accounted. Maternal health is also accounted. And now next education like 1/6 and 1/6, it's for schooling and it's for attendance, and 0 to 6 year for the schooling and 0 to 8 year for the attendance, 8 class. Cooking fuel 1/21, sanitation 1/21, drinking water 1/21, and electricity 1/21, housing 1/21, asset 1/21, bank account 1/21. All of three things, all of these things has given the 1/21 ratio. Global Multidimensional Poverty Index, that is United Nations Development Program and Oxford Poverty Human Development Initiative. It was released in 2010 and now track deprivation of 10 indicators. And these indicators are one zero countries, and this is middle income country, low income country, and 10% MPI. Now direct benefit transfer. So DBT, direct benefit transfer is objective bring the transparency and the terminate the privileges. So it is rolled out 2013 in certain district, later on across the country. So direct benefit transfer is the cash transfer of the Pahel scheme and Magnarega scheme and national scheme, that is depend on given by the government of India for through an intermediate agency of public distribution system and government to different non-governmental functionaries who help to facilitate the various government schemes. We can say there is a Asha scheme, okay, an Anganwadi worker NHM scheme, and ICDS scheme, ICDS integrated child development scheme. So, a nodal agency of the direct benefit transfer is Cabinet Secretariat, and there is a public finance management system. So, this is Aadhaar. After Aadhaar, there is providing the unique identity useful targeting the beneficiaries, and JAM is the Jandan Aadhaar and Mobile Trinity. Leakage should not be there, and business correspondence infrastructure payment bank, which is penetrative level of the financial services, and mobile money, which is ecosystem for cashless transaction. So cashless transaction is with the mobile money. Next topic is self-help group. So self-help group are recently, we can say 2 crore women are under the Lakpati Didi scheme, and that is the microfinance, micro enterprises. Okay, launched in 2023, Ministry of the Rural Development. These women are earned at least 1 lakh rupees per annum. Approach a woman-led development, and it is women would train skill like plumbing and LED bulb making, operating, repairing drones, and all that. So this is financial intermediaries committee, which is usually 10 to 20 women will be there. India has around 1.2 SHG and 88% of the women base HSD. Kadambashri in Kerala, Jivika in Bihar, Mahila Arthik Vikas in Mahila Mandal, and the Loom in Ladakh. So now significance is what? First is financial inclusion, women empowerment, capacity building, poverty elevation, increase income, and decline of the share. Okay, so these all are there. Now next is the major initiative. First is Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Livelihood Mission, an organization of the rural poor nurturing the supporting them for the this. And now next is Ministry of Rural Development under this Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana and Rural Livelihood Startup Village, that is the scheme of the set up the enterprises. Mahila Kisan Shashakti Yojana, making the systematic investment to the participation of the women and productivity increasement. Deen Dayal Upadhyay Kaushalya Yojana, that was poorest of poor. Womania initiative, it was a government of marketplace, a government e-marketplace Womania initiative for self-help group, center sector scheme for drones and self-help group, Ministry of Rural Development, and that was selected the women during the period of providing the rental services. Self-help group bank linkage project, that is Ministry of Rural Development is linking the banks, and that was saving the microfinance model of the NABARD. And in NABARD, that was in 1992, open saving accounts assessing the credit and rated for the self-help group. Training, sensitizing positive bank sakhis and prepayment mechanism for rural bank branch and linkages. Phase 1, that was NABARD is acted as the RBI, however lending the primary subsidy. Phase 2, that was targeting the individual, and Phase 3, that was the dedicated architecture for the manpower. Removal of the capacity subsidy and introduction of the interest subsidies are also there. So this is microfinance in India, which is micrometers and macroview, and that was microfinance industry network, and it is association with the non-banking financial company NBFC. And under 2009 it was established. The microfinance institution is to the country, and that was followed by the bank largest provider microcredit, and this is the gross non-performing asset which should be decreased to 5.6%. Now currently it is 2.7% only. Share of the east and northeast share, that was 34%, and now it's 37%. So this is all about the self-help group and microfinance.